Well, good morning. This is the Stoic Pilgrim on day 37. Today we make it to Santiago. For most of my friends, most of the people I've met along the way, this is the last day for them. I have another 4. Guess that puts me at a total of 41 days. But it's okay. This is a great experience doing this. But we're off. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. There's a good cloud cover. It's kind of foggy. Not sure if it's going to rain or not, so I wore my rain gear. It's better to have it on and not need it than need it and not have it on. So today's a relatively short day. I think less than 20 kilometers. And we end in Santiago, where we'll get our Compostela. I'm going to take a rest day tomorrow, and then the day after we start out for Finisterre and Muxia. But the morning is good so far. Cool. No rain, as I said, a little overcast. Had a little trouble getting started this morning. I meant to start like an hour ago, but I had a little trouble getting out of the place. Lost my water bottle for a little bit. Thought, where the heck did that thing get to? But we're all good now. We're all set to go. And you can see from behind me, it's beautiful countryside. Don't see too many other pilgrims. There's a group ahead of me a bit. But I guess a lot of people just haven't gotten up and gotten going yet. Which is all the better. A shorter line in front of me for my Compostela. So, talk to you some more as we make our way to Santiago. And of course, you'll see a bit of Santiago as well. So, this is the Stoic Pilgrim. Don't have my hat on my head because don't know if it's going to rain. Don't know if the sun is in the sky yet. But we're off. Buen Camino. Just had a thought that I wanted to share as I was walking along here. In the past, I had written about the first couple of lines of the Divine Comedy, where Dante says he's walking through a dark wood, and how frightening a dark wood can be. A wood itself, if you look around, is a very interesting place. If you walk in the dark, it can be very frightening. I walked through the same section last year, like an hour before dawn, and I was with friends and we had headlamps, so it really wasn't what you would call frightening. But turning off the lamps and walking along, you can certainly, if you were to turn off the lamps and walk along, you can certainly get the impression of what Dante must have felt or tried to communicate. And now this morning, after dawn, in the light of day, that same fear has pretty much gone away. But you know, one of the things about a forest in a dark wood, and I've often equated the forest in Dante's Divine Comedy with the world itself. And you know, in a forest, you never know what's hiding behind, or may possibly be hiding behind, the next tree or bush. And if you look around me, if one were to be concerned predators, or one were a predator. And this is the place to be one. And it's kind of interesting, especially at night. It would be but now in the light of day, there can still be hidden threats. But, this area is so settled, of course, there isn't any. I'm not worried about a lion or a wild boar jumping out at me. But it just makes me think of that first part of the Divine Comedy and what Dante must have felt that night he was lost in the wood. So those are just some of the thoughts going through my mind. Buen Camino. So as I had noted, today's the last day for most people. We're marching into Santiago, getting very close now. But it's kind of funny because the energy level of the different people walking is way up. I mean, there is a real vibe of positivity and energy, and people are walking and talking, and it's like, we're almost there, folks. Yeah, it's kind of neat. So we're getting close, and you can feel it in the atmosphere, in the enthusiasm of the various pilgrims. So we're getting close, folks. Pretty soon, Santiago, only a few more miles. So I'm not far from the cathedral in Santiago. Actually, I'm about 3 miles out. I had to stop and had a snack, and one of the things I noticed was, in having the snack, I had a couple of bananas in my bag, and I had a couple of bananas and a few gulps of water. And let me tell you what, you go through this thing of weighing your pack before you leave. If you refer back to those videos, you'll see where I was conscious of so many ounces and so many this, and you and you eliminate this and you eliminate that. And then when you're on the Camino, you're walking along and you decide, well, I want to bring some food. And quite often you have to. And it's like, today I was carrying 2 or 3 bananas, and I had a couple of snacks. And so I stopped and ate those just a moment ago. And boy, does my pack feel lighter. It's amazing what a couple of bananas weigh when you're walking and you got this pack hanging off your back. So just remember, when you're packing your bag, you want to leave a little extra weight, a little less weight, or a little room in your pack for food that you're going to be carrying on the Camino, because it really adds the weight. So just a thought. Bye. So this is the square in front of the cathedral where we were all headed. And this is the cathedral where we were all headed. Look at that. Isn't that a neat looking picture? Look at this. That sure is great. I got to take a still shot of this. Look at this. So look at all the people. It's kind of neat scanning around, and you see people who walk the Camino with other people, and they run into each other, and hey, you made it, and everybody's congratulating one another. It's just really quite wonderful to see people reuniting with friends that they made along the Camino. It is kind of sad, however, because this is the same place where there's a lot of goodbyes. And yeah, this is where I said goodbye to some friends last year. It was kind of sad. But at least we got to be friends for a while, right? So, okay. So that's the we made it to our destination. Well, this is the end of the first day. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but this is the end of day 37. The last day of the Santiago part of the Camino for me this year. Next is Finisterre and Muxia. You can hear the music in the background. You know, it's been really the great thing about Santiago. When you reach there, it's a real party. People are celebrating, they're eating, and as you can hear in the background, there's plenty of singing and dancing, and people are celebrating. We made it. We made it. Look at this view. Huh? So, this is the Stoic Pilgrim at the end of the first phase of the pilgrimage. I got 4 more days left. Tomorrow's a rest day, so what I'll do is I'll take some video around Santiago here. There's some really cool things to see. And I'm not even sure you can hear me. So I'm gonna head back to my hostel and call it a night. But it sure has been a great day. Said goodbye to a lot of friends. That's the thing about Santiago. It is a party, but it's kind of a goodbye party. We all got together by Camino family, and we had a few drinks and talked, and then we went for dinner. And slowly people started peeling off, saying goodbye. Some of us are going on to Finisterre. Some of us are leaving tomorrow, some of us the day after. A few people are saying their farewells. You see a lot of romances that started on the Camino and I guess are now ending. But this is it. This is the end of the first phase, and the Camino family I slowly acquired over these past 37 days is now separating. And it's always a bittersweet feeling. I wasn't prepared for that last year, and it really hit me hard. This year, that isn't the case. I kind of know what to expect, so it is kind of it is sad, but it's kind of a melancholy kind of thing. And so I'm saying farewell to everyone, and we'll see each other on the internet, I'm sure, but you know, eating and sometimes sleeping and just enjoying the time with the different folks. That's all ended. But that's okay. Someone said tonight, people come and go in your life, and for various reasons. Some are great, some are not so great, but anyways, that's it for this evening. I think what I'm going to do is, do I have some change? So I just wanted to, I like street performers, so I always throw a little change. But that's it for tonight. Things are winding down. I know I'm rambling here, so I'm gonna call it quits. This is the Stoic Pilgrim saying goodnight from Santiago, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Buenos dias. Do I say buen camino anymore? The Camino's over. Buenos dias. Buenas noches.